Hello everyone, my name is Chinmay Vinod Patil. Today I am going to explain you about inventory valuation from the subject financial accounting. So, what is inventory valuation? Inventory valuation is an accounting practice that is followed by companies to find out the value of unsold inventory stock at the time they are preparing their financial statements. Inventory stock is a asset for an organization and to record it in balance sheet. It needs to have a financial statement. This value can help you determine the inventory turnover ratio, which in turn will help you to plan your purchasing decision. Basically, in simpler terms, it is the inventory that has been sold and unsold in an entire year. So at the year ending, then we have to disclose that in the bookkeeping, in our balance sheet, that how many products we have sold, how many products are still kept in the inventory. The balance sheets are made according to the inventory valuation. At what price we had purchased, at what price we had sold. So accordingly, it has been arranged. So there are many techniques that we are going to explain in this presentation. So what is inventory valuation and why inventory valuation is important? So to identify the unsold items is just one step in the inventory valuation. We can we need a rate that we can multiply by the quantity to arrive at a final value. So, for example, you may have purchased shoes. We are taking the example of shoes here. So, you may have purchased them at different prices from your vendor throughout your year. So, you need to choose different calculations, but you need to also choose the rate. So, that's why there comes the types of valuation. For example, we have taken the examples of shoes, sneakers during the year. So we have made a table of the items that we have shown here. So accordingly, the months have been provided, the purchase in quantity number and the rate of each pair has been provided. So in January, the purchase number is 100, the rate at which we have purchased is 30. For March, it is 150 and the rate is 31. July is 100, the rate is 31. For October also, the rate is 31 and the purchase quantity is 110. For December, we have taken the purchase quantity to 90 and the rate for to be 35. So total items purchased till now is 550. Total items sold till now is 500 in December. Items unsold are 50. So inventory valuation would be 50 into what rate? So 30, 31 or 35. So for that, we need to take a look upon the types of inventory valuation. So there are three different types of inventory valuation. They are FIFO, LIFO, and WAC. WAC is weighted average cost. FIFO is first in, first out, and LIFO is last in, last out. So, what is FIFO? So, FIFO is basically what comes first and is also first to leave the warehouse. So, for example, of the sneakers, it is the first thing that comes in the warehouse, and then it leaves the warehouse. So in other words, whenever you make a sale under FIFO, the items will be subtracted from the first list of products which enter the store or warehouse. So in LIFO, it is the opposite assumptions. The last item to enter your warehouse are the first ones to leave. So here, the in LIFO, it is opposite of what FIFO does. LIFO is last in, first out. In WAC, that is WSE, it is weighted average cost. So the weighted average cost method uses the item's average cost throughout the year. The average cost per unit is calculated by dividing the total cost of the total number of units purchased during the entire year. So we are going to solve some examples of this. The first table that we have made about the sneakers that we have purchased for 4 months, 4 to 5 months, and that they have been shown. According to that, 550 quantity were purchased in the entire year at different prices that were 30, 31, and 35, and 50 were unsold. So according to FIFO, the items what first will be sold first. So use the newest purchase rate for the number of items included in the newest order. So for that, that is 90 into 35 because the last order that we sold was according to 35. So for that comes to the sum of 3150. And for October month, it is 60 quantity into 31 rupees. That comes to 1860 total. So it is for the rate of October. So total that makes for December, October, that is total 5010, that is 5010 rupees. In LIFO method, that is last in, first out, items what last will be sold first. So use the oldest purchase rate for the number of items included in the oldest order. Then use the next rate for remaining items. So for 130, 30 was the first rate, but last rate, all that was purchased in the month of January. That was sold at 30 rupees. So 100 quantity sold for 30 rupees equal to 3,000 rupees. And for the month of March, 31 rate, 31 rupees per pair for 50 quantities. So the rate becomes 1550 rupees. So the amount becomes 1550 rupees. So total amount is 4,550 according to LIFO. In the back, that is average cost per unit is calculated. So 150 into 31.5 is equal to 4725. The average price per unit will remain same as there is no change in rate and quantity purchased. So the last calculations are summarized in this table. So you can see January, March, October, December in which the sales were made. So accordingly in FIFO, LIFO and WAC, that is weighted average cost. Everything has been sorted down accordingly in the table. And the total of everything has been given. For FIFO, it comes down to 5010. For LIFO, it comes down to 4550. And in back, that is weighted average price, it comes down to 475 rupees. Summing up, what is inventory valuation? Inventory valuation is the monetary value of your unsold stock. We need to choose the inventory valuation technique because the price you pay for items from your vendor might change throughout the year. That's what we started from the first slide. That is when we go to a market to purchase something. So the rate continuously keeps changing. So accordingly, our expenses, our inventory shall be calculated according what we have purchased and what we have at what rate we have sold. So it may be different because if you are buying a product, for example, if you are buying apple for 10 rupees a kilo in the month of January, and then 20 rupees a kilo in the month of February, and then again 15 rupees a kilo in the month of March. So accordingly, we'll sell it for different rates. If you're selling for 20 in the month of January, for 30 in the month of February, and again for 25 in the month of March. So our profit and our inventory are also accordingly to the inventory valuation. So in these three methods we have discussed earlier in the presentation, that are FIFO, LIFO, and WAG, that has been counted. Choosing an inventory valuation technique depends a lot on your financial goals and market conditions. So it is about us how we are seeing our financial goals to be increased in the market, and also how we are keeping our books of account in tally. So it is accordingly. Just don't change valuation techniques too often because it can complicate your bookkeeping and raise suspicions. There are many incidences happening that the inventory is showing something else, and some different methods are used to increase the valuation of the companies. So for the accuracy, it happens a lot. So it is very important to choose an inventory valuation that can that don't raise suspicions and our books of accounts are clear, in and clear. So thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Chinmay Patil, signing off. My roll number is MB22093.